Hey again. Okay, this time a little bit slower. I try to. I promise. I try. So I have the default cube here, as you can see. The default cube has this one thing for it, that it already has a UV map. You can see when I go to the UV editing tab, then this here is the UV editor, and here we have just a viewport. When I switch, yeah, and then, well, you can see this thing here and everything is fine. And again, I can use everything, scale, choose whatever I want to do. Okay, now I want, for whatever reason, I want to paint that thing. The problem is I can't do this here because this is the editor and this is the viewport. I need to change them. I just switch to the texture paint. Overall, this is now on the texture paint mode. As you well, this is still here 3D viewport, but texture paint. And here we are not in the UV editor anymore, we are in the image editor. And this will show us our UV map. And then I can create a new picture and I can start drawing. Nothing happens on the right side because there's no connection yet. And to create this connection, you can, on top here, you can go to the right by a middle mouse click and slide to the right or left. And you can create here a new texture slot, single image, and you choose the image, in this case, this untitled thing. And now I have the same image over there, and I can paint here, and I can paint here. This is the way how you do it. The problem now is you won't see that in the, when you go to shading, you won't see that actually, because the image is still not combined yet. You don't have, as you can see, it's just, well, still this gray blob. And you have to add the image also to your shading. This is the nice thing then. You add an image. Maybe you can even drag and drop it. No, not sure. But yeah, just add Shift A, search for image. Then you should get this one. You can take the untitled one and connect it to your output, and then you really have the image in your shader and you can use it for whatever you want. You can drive, for example, sorry, the roughness map. You don't really see it. Yeah, you see it now that the light is shining here because it's rough there, but it's not rough where I've painted. Yeah. For example, this way. Or you can do the metallic thing. So now these are metallic and the other one are not metallic, and go back to the base color. And so you can do different textures, you can do different other stuff. And with the with another great thing you can do is, for example, yeah, just delete this one again, this was stupid. You can grab UV map and you can select the UV map and drive it this way. What this means is you can, for example, create just another UV map, and I go back to the UV editor, so this way. I create another UV map here, and yeah, just leave it as 01. It's always better to name your stuff. I'm lazy and I shouldn't be, but this is just like a little thing so I can show you. And I can switch to that, and I can change this. I cannot delete, that is not possible, but I can rip things apart, for example. Rip failed, yep. See, I can rip stuff apart. Yeah, I should be better when clicking. Come on, be nice. There's probably a better way to do it and I'm just too stupid. Rip apart. Yeah. And you can then, for example, select everything else here and scale it down. Yeah, I use now the circle tool, scale everything down, scale it to 0, and now we have just this one little point, and I put it over there. And I can use this thing to drive something else. For example, using this UV map just in this case, this is now, when I go up here, I can even synchronize what is selected or not. So when I select this one, I see it's the top one. See, was this on? The selection is mirrored. When you select something here, it will be selected, or when you select it here, it will be selected on this side. And then you can go to the shading, and then, for example, you can change the UV map, and it will project it from the top, just and the other sides are empty. And then you can even go so far and can say, well, I want to mix them. And this way you can just create crazy stuff. Mix RGB. Bringing both together. And then you see we have them both mixed together. And this way you can create even more stuff. You can different layers and whatever. Yeah, but I hope this was helpful. Now you have this UV editor that is only there for UV editing. You have here the edit mode to edit your mesh. Here the UV editor for editing your UVs. On the other side you have this texture paint, with here just being the image editor, and here the texture paint, so that you can actually draw. And as you can see now, because I'm an other UV, I can only draw here, because the one thing is only over here, and it's just one pixel. Yes, hopefully this was better for you. So enjoy and try to follow it. I bet it works now. You will do it. Come on, show me.